We're here at the stream.
Welcome back to Elden Ring.
Is live.
The stream is live indeed.
The stream is dead.
Oh.
Not really. Alright.
Clear!
So,
the stream is alive again!
I'm in a place that we were not at before because I discovered something while farming for souls.
You have been farming and you said you've gained us like 2 or 3 levels?
I think more like 10.
Damn, dude.
I found a nice little area for farming. So, this spot is actually quite nice to start at. In the Caelid Catacombs, I believe? Yeah, Caelid Catacombs. So, right up here was that church that we were at before.
Okay.
Right around here is where the dogs and the, what is it, the knights and stuff were fighting.
I vaguely remember that.
So literally it was just coming down here and turning a corner and this was here. And I did so because I was being chased by a bunch of dogs. And I'm like, oh, safety! Let me in!
Wait! What is this place?
I'm like, I haven't been here before, but this is new. I'm gonna sit at the grace and I'm not gonna do shit for this. So that'll be our first stop after I explain the funness that we've been doing here. Alright, so there was this little bird. Gonna go ahead and just throw a knife at him. You know, assuming it hits. There he goes. And then I'm just gonna run like a little scared baby right back into my hole. And being the brave man that I am, I'm gonna stare at him. And I'm gonna hurl lightning bolts at him.
Oh, okay.
Until he dies. This was my original plan for how I was going to make souls, was just kill this guy over and over. And that's how I got the first couple levels, was just murdering him.
Okay, because how much does it give you?
Well, see, it depends.
It depends.
It depends.
Why?
So, normally he gives about, let's see what it is. 1,781, right?
Yeah.
So remember how we found out that sometimes when they have, they can be spawned with those weird glowing golden eyes and they give bonus runes?
Yeah?
That happened a few times, and he ended up giving me almost 10,000 when that was the case.
Damn.
So that worked out quite well. And then I realized, you know what? This is getting really old really fast, and it's taking more time than I think it might be worth after like the first couple levels.
Yeah.
So I decided to explore out. Found this little friend. Well, I say friend, but we both know.
Enemy.
He wants to be just like me, and he just isn't good enough.
So what did you primarily pump into?
I went for our arcane so we could use the dragon spells. I put a little bit into faith, and I'll show you the reason I put it into faith in a minute.
Did you put any into endurance?
I believe I might have put 1 into endurance.
That's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because I did hear of a late game boss where, and I know like you may not agree with this, but it's recommended you have over 40 endurance for this late game boss.
I mean, you know, it's late game. We have plenty of time to pump stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just going through, doing my damnedest to have some fun here, taking out some dogs, just harvesting some souls. And then I found a friend up here, and I'm like, after a few times of doing this stuff, I found this guy. Like, I noticed him, I should say. He's been here the whole time. I just noticed him, and he's like, just sitting there, you know, minding his own business. And you know what I thought? I thought, you know what, friendo, you look like you could use a nice trip. And then he wiggled around a bit, and he falls down the cliff.
Huh.
So that's another free 1,800 souls there. I also left this. Try surprise attack and then cliff.
or 10,000 if he has the glowing eyes.
If he does, yes. So then, I'm like, cool. Those guys are dead. And then I realized where this was, and I'm like, oh, they can kill things for me. I'm okay with this.
Is there, like, any formula that, like, they will spawn with glowing eyes? Like, is it 10%?
I have no idea what the formula is. Because I've never seen, or at least I've never noticed more than one at a time having it. Then again, when they're fighting like this, I have no idea. So, here's why I pumped things into Faith. For this spell. So I can just light everyone up. Like, there are points where I'm getting like 6 of them. When I line them up just right, dead. Like right now, this is a really good one. Look at all that. Look at all that.
Ooh. Oh, dude. Oh. Holy crap, dude. That.
You can see why I found out, hey, this spell and this zone is a very good farming area. Well, that's just mean.
Yeah.
You can go away.
Well, you're mean.
Aww. Well, you get the idea. I'll run back for these souls.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to be careful with that freaking bird at the entrance. Because he's very mean.
But then again.
Oh, this is steak. I'll just go to the steak.
Oh, cool.
I forgot about that.
But then again, it's only 12,000, and 12,000.
Yeah, it's
isn't
almost
that
half.
Oh, okay.
Well, not quite. I'd say about a third. That's about a third of a level right now.
Okay.
Because I think it's about 35 right now to get a new level. I can tell from the status menu. Yep, 35.4. Alright, now, while I'm here, I can show off one of the other spells, actually, too. Well, let's let them deal with this guy a little bit more first. Alright, dragon time.
What? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
And we can keep it going. So what I found out was that the initial cost is about 36 MP. Right?
Yeah.
And, or FP, I guess. And then about 6 for every second after that.
Ooh.
So I can hold it down. It'll keep going. It's just going to cost me 6 mana every second.
So because of that, will you give yourself an additional cerulean flask?
I might once we get some more.
Okay.
Ooh hoo hoo.
So, I know it all depends on your playstyle and maybe your preference, but it seems, and granted we don't use a lot of magic, but it seems that faith-based magic is a bit flashier.
You know, I was going to say it's probably going to change because you're getting more and better options.
Okay, okay. But what do you think is the fancier looking magic?
I don't know, because we haven't really seen a lot insofar as, like, this game at least.
But in, like, other From Software games, like, the faith-based magic, is that, like, fancier than
I would say I feel like the sorceries, the intelligence magic is a bit more basic, I would say. Whereas something like the faith and the pyromancy were generally a bit more flashy, if that's what you're looking at.
Ooh. Because that lightning spell, that is cool.
Mm-hmm. First time we've had blue lightning.
Ooh.
Alright, I think that's all of them.
Oh wait, no, that's black lightning that I'm thinking of. I was thinking there was a superhero. You know, them in the world of superheroes and the third, fourth party ones, there's probably a blue lightning.
I wouldn't be surprised. I will also say I killed the dragon. He's dead. I also killed the knight cavalry that was there as well. Because he came up on me, and I'm like, well, I may as well deal with this too while I'm at it.
Yeah, I do know there's Black Lightning, which is DC?
That name sounds familiar, so I think I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And the cavalry gave me this. Poison Moth Flight. Poison Moth Flight. Slash with a poison-infused blade. If the follow-up strike lands on a poison foe, it will deal significant damage.
Oh.
So yeah, that's all I got. So let's figure out what's down here while we're here.
Okay.
Hidden path ahead.
And were we... I forget, like, at the end of the last episode...
Ooh, rot. This is rot.
Were we going to go back to Caelid regardless?
I mean... I don't think, looking at the map, there's much we can do up this way without pushing even further in.
Okay.
Because we were breaking into this area of the map that we hadn't seen yet.
Okay. Because granted, it's only been a week since we played last, but I forget how we ended.
We ended with the dragon fight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So my thought is there was a couple of things. I saw a little ruined kind of thing over here that I marked on the waypoint. That I'm like, we should probably look at that because there's probably something there. So that's there. There's this that I found, the catacombs that we're in. There's also the Starfall crater that, my fucking god, when I looked at that from a distance, I'm like, what the shit is that? Had to look at the map, and I'm like, oh, it's this thing where that big meteor fell.
I was just about to ask about the meteor.
Yeah, so we could go to that too.
I think the Starfall crater leads to somewhere underground.
Yes.
Probably?
Yes, it does. That was what was implied. I think it was Nokron was the name of the underground city.
And you didn't continue anybody's quest line, right?
No, did not. It was mostly just a farming venture and those two little bosses.
Okay, okay.
You know, we've seen plenty of Knights Cavalry. The fight's just, you know, on horseback, same thing as usual, nothing fancy.
So, like, 2 Knights Cavalry or just 1?
Just 1. It had a flail. That was about the only difference.
Oh, and what was the other boss?
The dragon that we ended on. I killed him.
Okay, okay.
Because you looked up what it dropped, and it was just like, it was a dragon heart and some souls.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. That's a wall.
Was it attacking the wall?
It was attacking the wall.
You know, it must be a Tarnished who thinks that was an illusory wall. It was checking for illusory walls for you.
I can't say that there's illusory walls ever been put in a corner, which is what it was attacking.
There's a first for everything?
Could be.
Ooh. Surprise.
Uh-oh.
I see something glowing.
It's one of those big plants.
Oh.
All right.
Oh no.
All right. I didn't think it would be able to reach me here, but okay, I guess it can. Yeah, there it is.
Oh. Gun.
Don't want to deal with Scarlet Rot. Oh shit.
But You were out of the... Is it gas?
No, it's because I rolled in it, so I'm soaked in it.
Oh. So you're continually going.
You can kind of see it. It was, yeah, it's a little bit on my boots yet.
And if you wouldn't have rolled, you could have just walked out and it would be gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't be coated in it, so it wouldn't continue its situation here. Alright, let's see.
Was that sneakily evil?
Well, they brought it back from Dark Souls 2.
But then again, this is From Software.
How you like fire? Doesn't seem like you like it too much.
Well, using Pokemon logic here, it's a plant. And plants don't like fire.
It's very true. So, one thing I wanted to mention. I tried a new Japanese snack.
Ooh, what?
So, coworker gave me a couple of snacks that they get from a box that she was like, I got too much of this shit. Do you want some? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's go. Hey. I'm gonna get rotted.
So what is this snack?
So it's like, I believe, based on the packaging of it, it was supposed to be like takoyaki.
Ooh.
So like a corn crisp with takoyaki dusting on it, basically.
Ooh. Kind of like the takoyaki umaibo?
I guess, yeah, actually, yeah, kind of like that.
Well, you said corn crisp, and umaibo is a corn puff.
Well, that's what I meant. Corn
Yeah.
puff. I couldn't think of the word
corn
puff. I rolled. That was dumb. Well, let's
Okay.
see if I'm going to live long enough. Will it break? It's getting close. Yep.
Ding. So was this like as thick as the umaibos?
They were like little cheese balls, basically,
Oh.
in size.
Okay. Were they good?
It was like you took... Honestly, the way it tasted was like you took soy sauce and just added a bunch of sugar.
Okay, but you couldn't taste any octopus.
To be fair, I don't think I've ever really had octopus to compare it to. I've had
Did
squid.
Did it have any seafood flavor?
Again, if it was octopus, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Drink, drink.
I'm doing it.
But did it have a seafood flavor or not?
Again, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like, it didn't
So-
taste like generic seafood, if that's what you mean.
Okay. Because I think I may have had octopus one. No, I did have actual takoyaki, and that tastes pretty much like squid.
Yeah, it didn't quite taste like normal squid. I would say that. It was
Okay.
way more dominant of like a sweet soy sauce almost.
Okay. And just speaking about seafood, I forget if it is exactly squid or some sort of squid surimi mix, but one snack that I was considering picking up, and I may get it for us next time we decide to hang out and have a Japan food video, but it was a pork cutlet seasoned surimi fillet, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
And they have like a bunch of different flavors, and I was planning on maybe getting one to try for myself. Like,
Oh, that
especially
didn't work.
especially the pork cutlet flavor, the katsudon
Yeah.
flavor, because on one Japanese website I was looking at a few months back, they were talking about this, and they actually made a katsudon bowl with the imitation tonkatsu fillet.
What?
And apparently, it's when prepared like a katsudon bowl, it tastes similar to a pork cutlet, even though it's not really.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I don't know where in God's name the lever is for this this door. There's got to be a hidden room somewhere.
Looks vaguely familiar.
It's more or less the same room as anytime there's a door like this.
No, I meant with like two. Shit, I can't remember the word.
Statue.
Sarcophagus?
Coffin. They're always like this.
Okay, so
sometimes they're a little bit different. Like there might be two coffins, you know, at another angle here on either side, or it might be a room to open up on this way. But otherwise, it's generally about the same.
Okay, because like, yeah, because that sarcophagus room, I guess I haven't been paying like super attention to like the layout of the room.
Hey, there it is. Thank you, message.
Praise the message.
I will praise this message right here because it's the one that gave me the hint.
Yes.
Applaud the message. Weak foe ahead, but try holy. Well, that's perfect. We got a big holy stick. But try love. Be wary of wraith. Alright, what am I looking at here?
Crap. What show was it that used to call applause a round of sound?
I have no idea because I've never heard of that.
Like, let's give a round of sound to our guest.
Oh, one of these guys again.
Ooh. Blood loss, heal.
Okay, what the hell? Okay, that's more freaky than I'm dead.
What? Did that paralyze?
Oh, it didn't kill me! Oh, it didn't kill me! Yeah, the weird, like, green...
Whoa.
Oh, it's got, like, a freaking bug on its head. I didn't notice that before. Kindred Ash Rod. Rod Ash.
Huh.
Kindred of Rot. Spirit takes the form of a crawling pest. Its chitinous body makes a dry, rustling sound. Attacks enemies by secreting sticky threads. The Kindred of Rot are the servants of the Goddess of Rot, servants that have been forsaken.
The Goddess of Rot?
Is that Melania? Or is that someone else? Yeah, same thing. Alright, well, that's this dungeon taken care of, I guess. Very annoying, because it ate up all my freaking Scarlet Rot boluses. Alright. So while I have you here, I want to show you what the thing looks like from a distance, because it's kind of nutty. That over there, all that floating rock stuff. That's where the freaking meteor landed.
What?
Yeah. Also, this guy's here, apparently. I didn't even know that.
Huh.
I'm gonna just murder him.
He's probably going... What the hell is that over there?
Probably. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, my spine!
There was a big meteor and some shit blew up and now it's just not coming down. Alright. gonna pop back here.
I just feel going to the crater. Century Dawn was such a hard boss,
But he was optional to come at any point.
but that is only available after Radon.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm guessing, granted we are like 12 levels higher now, that may be harder than Radon, that area.
Could be.
But I don't know. So, if you want to go there within the next session or two, I wouldn't stop you, but I will say maybe let's go through Caled a bit more. I don't know. You can do what you want. The controller is in your hands, sir.
Quite literally, you have no control over this. I'm gonna smash the bug.
Yeah.
Go away, dog. Caled Waypoint Ruins. Oh, cool. I got both at once.
Wow.
I was wondering because the dog randomly ran at me from behind, so he must have been sitting around there somewhere. But the back swing caught him.
That looks like some kind of walking shrimp.
There's something. Woo-hoo-hoo! How you didn't like fire when I threw it at the other one? Oh, what the?
That's a wall, sir.
Yeah, he walked behind the wall. Oof.
And
Ooh.
how... Ooh, they're fast! And how much FP do you have?
I think it's a little over 100 right now.
If it cost...
Ooh.
how much? Like, if it
The
would...
lag.
If it would cost something like 80, would you say a spell with decent homing damage would be too OP?
If I would have a what now?
If you had a spell with decent homing damage, but it cost something like 80 to 100 FP per
Most
year.
of the intelligence spells have homing.
Like, I mean, it can go around walls and things.
Technically, no. However, if it is used correctly, yes.
Oh, okay, and how much do those cost?
Depends on the spell. They have variable ranks of strength.
Like, I remember a while ago, like the floating skull grenade.
Uh-huh, that wasn't ours, but yes.
Yeah, but I mean something like that.
I mean, that kind of pierces through walls, I think.
Oh. Okay.
Hang ball.
But like, yeah, I'm not too sure, like, what would be a good usage of FP not to make it OP, even though it may, like, go around walls and, like, track for 5 seconds or something like that.
Ooh. Hello, dog.
Random doggo.
He popped out the side. Okay, hello. That one was way more random. 'Cause that one, I have no idea where it came from. Engvall's busy stomping bugs, and a dog popped out of that one. I don't know where the second one came from.
So if you leave a corpse of an enemy behind, and I know like some don't leave corpses, but for those who do, might that alert other enemies?
Nope,
that you're-
not at all. They don't care.
Because I know this isn't any sort of stealth game, but in like other games, that might draw enemies like, hey, be on guard, somebody's around.
It's true, but I mean, when there's literally a rot swamp and other shit that you could just die of just by stepping in the wrong area, I don't think it's as much of a big deal here.
Right?
Now,
right.
granted, you can make the argument of, well, there's a shit ton of bodies, and I'm like the only guy left. Maybe I should notice something. Like, at that point, yeah, maybe, but... Alright, Pest Glaive. Oh, there it is. Pest Glaive. Glaive made from hard, sharpened shell, wielded by the pests who emerged from the swamp of Aeonia. Slightly increases non-physical damage negation. Though men might recognize the keen intellect of the pests evidenced in this spear, and the spear's uncanny design, it will never be understood by them. Huh. So the pests, or the insect people, are smarter than we're giving them credit for. Got it.
Even though they probably won't never notice the corpse of their friend.
I mean, that's about on par with everyone else here. Arms ahead.
Huh. Oh my god, does it mean, like, weapons ahead?
That's what it meant, yes.
Ah.
Oh, you know what? It's probably the one I killed that gave me the arms. That gave me that pest glaive.
Ooh, okay, okay. I was thinking
Could
it
this
might...
be House?
Yes, I think it may be House. I was also thinking...
Dr. House.
Very literally arms ahead, like some upgraded evolution of the hand enemy from before.
I mean, I was going to say the insects have a lot of arms.
Maybe?
Lots of swamp.
So next time on Elden Ring, Swamp Fest.
Swamp fest. Oh shit, I didn't even notice you guys.